Good morning, investors and traders. And in today's segment, I'll be talking about why there is an alert when it comes to Bitcoin. And I am really talking about a bear alert because the market has started to look a lot more bearish. And we will have plenty of conversation on this one. So stay with us. Before we do anything else, as always, it is important for me to go through this disclaimer, which is right in front of you. If you have any further questions, feel free to ask me. Now, bit of a background, I come with a wealth of 15 years of trading experience during this time period. I have worked as a hedge fund trader for Bank of New York Mellon, as an equity trader with Bank of America, and currently providing services to EverTrade as a chief market analyst. Now, to begin the conversation, as always, we will look at the weekly time frame first of all. And on the weekly time frame, what I really kind of want you guys to focus on is this area of consolidation, is especially this particular area when the price made its all-time high, and from there onwards the price came into this area of support, which we mentioned in our previous videos as well, in around 46,000 to 47,000. And ever since, the price hasn't challenged this particular area of 63,000 to 65,000. The price, the few weeks back, the price kind of went above the highs of that one, and then the week after that we also managed to break the highs of the week before that. And this particular week we are just a little bit shy of we were a little bit shy of breaking the highs of the previous week, but now it seems like that the price is about to take the lows of last week. So that is a level that we have to keep in mind. And now you guys may be thinking that, okay, the headline is that there's a bear market alert. So what is that alert? So one of them, this is not the most significant one, the most significant ones, we will discuss them later in the video, but one of the warning sign that we need to pay attention to is the can the price stay above the lows of last week, and the low of last week was at 52,933. And so far, for this particular week, the low is 53,627. And of course, the price is off the lows for this particular week. And that is a slightly bit more bullish, but we need to cross above the open of the last week. The open of last week was at 56,539, because if the price can move above the open of the last week and stays above that, then that will confirm us that the low for this week is very much in, and now we don't really have to worry about too much. But that obviously comes from a very high level from the weekly time frame perspective. Now, why there is a bearish alert? The number one signal that what comes for that particular statement comes from the daily time frame. How so? Because on the daily time frame we have three different moving averages to begin with. Firstly, in pink we have over here your 50-day simple moving average, and then your 100-day simple moving average, and finally your 200-day simple moving average. And what I want you to do is to focus on here, and then it is this area just on this side of that one. Let me just highlight that area. It is this particular area which is really making me a lot more nervous, because the price had several attempts to stay above the 50-day simple moving average, but most of the time it failed to stay above this particular moving average. And now, as of today, the price has moved below this 50-day simple moving average, as you can see right over here, and this is indicating to me that bulls have lost control to some extent with respect to this particular price action, and bears are taking control of the price. Now, of course, what we really kind of wanted to see is to see the price staying above the 100-day simple moving average, because if the price breaks below the 100-day simple moving average, guess what is going to happen? under those circumstances, it is likely that the price is going to go from here to here, and that is 46,873 to 46,983. So that is the sort of a price level that we are very likely to revisit if the price breaks out of that. Now, how are we going to know if the price is really going to break or if the price is really going to revisit that? The answer to that question is going to come from the 4 hour time frame, because on the 4 hour time frame, what we also have is signs where we have more signs of weaknesses, and that is because the price has not only earlier today crossed below the 50 and the 200, but it has also crossed below the 100-day simple moving average. Now, in terms of our price point, if the price cannot move above the 50 100-day simple moving average, one can potentially put the stop loss right on the top of this particular candle and then let this price continue to move towards all the way back towards this area of support. So meaning have a really big move to the downside from there onwards towards its support zone. If the price cannot break above this particular moving average, if the price cannot break above the 50-day simple moving average, then really we are talking about more weakness for the price action. Now, how are we going to know that if the price is really going to continue to move to the downside? The signal for that one is likely to come from the 30-minute time frame, and that is, can the price break above the 50-day simple moving average? Because if this particular price can break above this 50-day simple moving average, then that means that the bullish signal is going to come in at that time, and that also means that on the 4 hour time frame the price is going to stay above the 50-day 100-day simple moving average, and more likely to break above the 50 and 200-day simple moving average. And if that happens on the 4 hour time frame, that means that the price is going to stay above the 50-day simple moving average and more likely to re-challenge that all-time high, which is right over here. Overall, on the daily time frame, we do see that the RSI is still sort of forming higher lows, the low being over here, another low being over here, and then being another low over here. If this RSI low stays above this one, that would be positive, but we don't really want it to pay too much attention to, because all what we need to pay attention is whether the price is overbought or oversold, and currently it tells us the price isn't giving us any signal with respect to that. So again, that means that we are stuck in a very tight range of 50 to 100-day simple moving average, and the answer to these ones really going to be coming from the 30-minute time frame. Let's hope that the price breaks above the 50-day simple moving average, because if it does, and that would be in around that 56,700, and that would mean on the daily time frame that we are going to break above the 50-day simple moving average right over here, because this 50-day simple moving average is kind of trading in line with the 50 and the 200-day simple moving average on the 30-minute time frame. All right, that's all for now, and I'll see you guys next time.